So today I want to take a break from my comedy videos and do a little video here on DBGI Stock. So those of you who are savvy stock investors, you maybe been studying the markets a lot right now. A lot of turmoil on a macro level as the Fed raises the interest rate and even a lot of microeconomic turmoil going on right now for obvious reasons. But anyways, DBGI stock, it is extremely undervalued. The CEO just did a state of the union investor kind of speech that I really enjoyed, frankly. And those of you who know me, I'm not really big on corporations. So me being impressed with it really does say something that they are putting in a sincere effort to market their corporation. So they had an acquisition of Sundry, and it was increasing the revenue from 7.5 million to about $45 million that just closed in late December. Now, since then, mostly due to macroeconomic reasons, the stock has kind of collapsed. There was a private placement, so a private equity buyer bought the stock. That's what that means, right? A private placement is a private equity buyer. It's not a retail buyer like me sitting in my kitchen, getting online and just buying it on the stock market. It is a very serious buyer who ponied up $5 million to buy this stock. I mean, if you go to their website, you look at their products, they're really cool. Their guys' clothing is really cool, and during the pandemic, I didn't have much of a life, so I just sat around researching clothes, and their leather jackets. I've never had a leather jacket that I liked, and I finally found one with DSTLD, which is one of their brands. DBGI is the parent corporation. DSTLD is the men's. Well, it's a men's and women's clothing company. The women's clothes, not an expert. I'm not even gonna go into that because I don't know what in the world I'm talking about, right? And I'm not going to. Yeah, so I don't really have an opinion on that. I wish I did. I wish I had a commentator who was female who would come on here who's bought their clothes and say, "Yeah, I really like Sundry. It's a French Mediterranean style women's brand that they just acquired. I mean, it looks pretty cool to me. Uh, but then again, I'm not a woman buying the clothes and wearing dresses. But here's where it gets even more interesting. They are going to do an affiliate sales program, right? So dudes like me who are sitting in their kitchen who, we don't know what to do with our lives. Uh, Making pasta, listening to Crunkwitch, one of my favorite bands. uh, uh, you know, um, so we can get online and we can help to sell these clothes, and they're really cool clothes. I generally don't really buy stocks I don't that I wouldn't in corporations that I wouldn't buy products from, because it's like, what's the point? Uh, I was looking at TRKA stock, and I was like, thinking about buying that. It's an internet company. It has some good long-term fundamentals. But there was an article saying they are like diluting their shares. They just like went from 60 million shares to 200 million shares, and then didn't file it with the SEC or something. I don't freaking know. That was like a whole wormhole of research I went into on TRKA. That's a penny stock. But DBGI is an emerging growth company. Okay, what that means is they're in the acquisition phase. So they just acquired Sundry. And so they haven't reported their revenue yet. So they're making all this additional revenue and it just hasn't been reported in their financials. So all these little ridiculous articles that are coming out, they're automated articles ran by a computer program that looks at financials from last year. And you know, and even last year they were wrong because last year uh even as recently as October, the price was like it spiked to $6 to $7 a share at one point, and then there were rumors of acquisition, so they were anticipating, $10 to $20 a share price because the revenue is going to increase a lot, and they're a company that is not really um, they're taking things slow and they're which is what I like, but they are on Amazon now, and as much as I don't like Walmart, they are on Walmart. So they do have a really rapidly growing customer base, and their clothes are actually affordable. $40 for men's denim jeans that are actually cool, that I can actually like wear out and stuff. That's awesome. But anyways, it's the stock is at an all-time low, and the all-time high was like about a year ago, which was right around $200. So it's just hovering above. It's like $1.15 right now, and I can't recommend it more highly. AMC is played out. Another idiotic spam caller. AMC is played out, and is also kind of went down and is really volatile. And GameStop is their corporate has their head up their ass, and they've had their head up their ass for a long, long time. There isn't anything I can do or say to make them listen to me. I could run around naked in my kitchen screaming about Jimmy Hoffa, and they wouldn't care. Right? I mean, sell video games and consoles. Do it. No more Funko Pops. No more ridiculous blah, blah, blah. Even your employees are admitting that. Come on. Come on, people. Work with me. Video games and consoles. How hard is it? But we're not here for me to vent about GameStop. That could take weeks and weeks for me to vent about GameStop. We don't want to go there. Just let it be. Just buy DBGI stock instead. And listen to Rara Coco. Rara Coco good times. Come on, people. We got this. We're going to buy this stock. It's going to go somewhere. It's going to be an ethical, decent company. And I like the plan the CEO has on the table. And it's going to be, it was designed from its very beginning. It's a new company, by the way. So when I say emerging growth company, it's like a startup. So it's going through an acquisition phase, but again, the revenue hasn't been taken into account. So it's really, really artificially low. They're going to release their numbers next week. It's going to go way up next week. How high will it go? I don't know. Probably $1.50 to $2 right away. So there's some real value there, even if you're just a day trader. Just want to make a quick 10 to 20%. This is your stock, man. If you're in it for the long term, it's going to be pretty volatile. You're going to get some ups and downs. If you got some major money invested like I do, it's going to give you, whoa, man, whoa. It's going to be a wild ride. But long term, by the end of the year, and still, you're going to see tons and tons of growth and revenue. And honestly, even some of the reason for the growth for the lack of revenue is because their clothes are sold out in my size. I can't even find. I managed to get one pair of jeans before they all sold out at $40. And I didn't want to pay more than $40 because I'm a freaking cheapskate, man, right? But but DBGI, I just the versatility of a brand to have both men's and women's, all genders. They're an all gender company, and that's awesome. That's modern. That's what everyone wants now. And they're in Los Angeles, they're in Austin, they have really cool hip showrooms. They do have some really fancy luxury stuff if you do like that. They have cashmere for women, leather jackets for men. I got my leather jacket on special. Normally it's like 500 and something dollars. Uh, just really lucked out. But I don't know. It's interesting stuff. I can't believe the share price is so low right now. I just literally cannot believe it. And honestly, the CEO agrees with me, and they're talking about a private placement. They're still talking about further private placements where a private equity comes in, right? And they're gonna buy the company, and they're going to look at the retail valuations of the entire corporation, so including the acquisition of Sundry, which is a separate brand. And I don't know who it was owned by prior, but they have a real serious, aggressive marketing plan to turn it around, and it sounds pretty legit to me. Uh, I'm not an expert on the retail clothes industry, but you know, I scoured the internet. I did. I haven't really had much of a life these past, years or months now, whatever. And there just hasn't been much better clothes that I can find, especially at those prices. And to have everything from wholesale at $40, or some of their men's thermal was like $24 right now. And I think I was gonna get that too, but then they didn't have it in my size. It's sold out in my size. They're all just like sold out. They have like small, like extra small and small is in stock, and like some extra large is in stock. But like the medium and large stuff that most people would fit into is gone. I'm getting like an American Apparel kind of vibe. It's gonna skyrocket, gonna blow up. It's gonna be the next GameStop. It's suddenly gonna go, to $10 to $20, and then it's probably gonna dip a bit, and be volatile for a month or two, and then maybe 4 or 5 months for a year will go by, and then suddenly it will be $30, $40, and I think it's gonna be, a real solid long-term investment. I really do. Uh, Anyways, I hope everyone's enjoying their Friday, and buy DBGI stock, and they can't stop all of us.